Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Thursday, October 14th, and this local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. Citation Boulevard is likely to be extended from Belterre Boulevard to Seminole Woods Boulevard, improving traffic and the delivery of emergency city services. Amy Cherry reports.
A land swap deal in the works with Delray Beach-based developer Coulter Group would require the city to give up 11.5 acres of land the developer needs to complete its plan to build 450 homes just south of the Flagler County Airport. In exchange, the city would get the right-of-way and anything else it needs to extend Citation Boulevard through Coulter's property, while the development construction is occurring. Coulter would also pay the city's transportation impact fees to the tune of more than $1.5 million. Jason DiLorenzo, Chief Development Officer for the city, says this project is critical to the city because it would save them millions.
We can expand a 6-minute and 15-second response time all the way over to Seminole Wood, all the way over to Belterre Boulevard, and cover both areas with just one fire station.
Ray Tyner, Deputy Chief Development Officer for Palm Coast, says it will also improve traffic flow.
It has, of course, a positive traffic impact from everybody from State Road 100 south.
Council is slated to vote on the land swap at its meeting next week. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
A pursuit described as a wild chase by police resulted in the arrest of 2 suspects. John Arking has details.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office received a be on the lookout Monday for a white Ford F-250 traveling on State Road 100, reported stolen from Jacksonville. Sheriff Rick Staley says when deputies attempted to stop the vehicle, that's when the crazy antics occurred.
Deputies had a wild chase of a stolen vehicle made for the movies. Obviously, the thief and the drivers thought they were making a movie. Well, they did. One now that a judge gets to see from vehicle dash cam. After flattening 3 of 4 tires, the vehicle continued to attempt to flee sheriff's deputies. The driver switched places with the passenger, which is a feat in itself, climbed into the bed of the pickup truck and started throwing equipment at pursuing deputies. Ultimately, these suspects gave up and they were arrested. Hopefully they will stay in jail for a very long time where they belong, where they can't hurt anyone.
44-year-old Shane Hendricks was charged with a variety of felonies, including fleeing and eluding law enforcement, multiple counts of throwing a deadly missile at vehicles, reckless driving, and aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer. He's being held without bond. 44-year-old Tammy Pecor was charged with many of the same counts and is being held on a $76,000 bond. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
A widening project in Palm Coast may just leave you with few options for alternate routes. Karen Johnson has more.
The Old Kings Road widening project will cause lane closures with possible detours now through October 22nd between 9 p.m. and 7 a.m. The contractor on the project will be performing a milling and paving operation on Old Kings Road. They'll also be making traffic signal adjustments to both Palm Coast Parkway and Kingsway intersections. Brittany Kershaw, Director of Public Information and Engagement for the City of Palm Coast.
This is a moving project with a lot of areas that are going to need to be paved. And for that reason, we are requesting that people traveling on the road use caution in the area and expect delays through October 22nd. If there is a need to adjust the traffic signals, then there will be traffic control out there to make sure that everyone can get safely through the intersection. But this is a project that will help us reach the completion of this project. And so we appreciate everyone's patience and cooperation during this time.
She says the lane closures and detours will change nightly depending on the paving area. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
The City of Palm Coast will be working on Palm Coast Parkway eastbound on the I-95 overpass today, causing a closure to one lane from 9:30 this morning till 11 a.m. One lane will be open at all times in order to allow traffic to flow through the area. Spraying for mosquitoes could be happening tonight in the Rima Ridge area. Mark Positano is the director of the East Flagler Mosquito Control District.
What we're going to do is Thursday night into Friday morning, so sometime between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., we'll send a driver out with a fog truck. I will assess the situation of mosquito activity immediately using a landing area count, which is just basically counting how many mosquitoes land on you in a single minute. If our threshold is met, then we will engage the sprayer and spray to 6 miles of road and Rima Ridge.
He says the county has received several complaints from residents in the area, prompting them to do the assessment and treat the area if necessary. Do you know how to use a fire extinguisher?
Flagler County Chief Fire Marshal Jerry Smith says you don't take a pass on using your fire extinguisher, but you do need to know how to use it with the acronym PASS.
The P, standing for pull, means pull the pin. The aiming is aiming the nozzle at the base of the fire. The first S is called squeeze, so you squeeze the handles. And the last one is, the S is sweep. What you want to do is whenever you're aiming that and you're squeezing that handle and that stuff starts coming out of it, you want to sweep the fire off the fuel.
He said that every home should have a fire extinguisher, especially in the kitchen. The Flagler Voice is on every Saturday morning at 8:30 on WNZF, the podcast on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, it takes everybody. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.